one. All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. This is the Happy Coach Yuan Tai, and today I have a very special guest, and his name is Ron Tan. So put your hands together for a virtual applause and welcome Ron Tan. Hello, Ron Tan. Right. Okay, Ron. So tell us a bit about yourself.
Hello. Yeah, I'm just trying to make it a bit higher. Okay. Hi guys. How's it going?
Right. Yeah. So what do you do now, and maybe you can share with us your personal story. Yep. What do you do? What are you doing right now, Ron?
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm doing a social enterprise,
Mm-hmm.
and the social enterprise is called Inclusive Arts Movement. Right. So, if you just Google it, you can see it. And it's a mini social enterprise because what we do here is that we don't do just businesses, right? We don't just work on a business that
Mm-hmm.
sell a product or sell a service or what you or like maybe a F&B, or we don't do something that just simply sell a product or sell a service. Okay, we are doing a business where we benefit the community,
Mm-hmm.
where we
Mm-hmm.
contribute to a social cause, and also we hire and employ the people with disabilities,
Mm-hmm.
and we call these people the differently abled. It's really interesting. All right, so let's say, okay, this person is maybe this person is blind, all right,
Mm.
but his keen of hearing, his sense of hearing is a lot more heightened. It's more sensitive
Mm-hmm.
than normal people. In that sense, don't you think that this person is actually differently able,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah. So let me share with you a story even before I go into what inclusive arts movement is really about. All right, and it's important to hear this story because it will helps you to know what's so amazing about this inclusive arts movement.
Mm.
So enterprise. Okay, so a little short story about me. I'm actually 80% deaf, so you can't tell, right? Because like I'm here talking to you guys. Yeah, I talk normally. I'm able to hear happy coach. To yeah, basically communicate like a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know that back in primary school, I was heavily
Uh-huh.
bullied because people don't
Mm.
understand what I was saying. Yeah. In other words, I wasn't able to pronounce my words clearly, like how I am able
Mm-hmm.
now. It's not perfect now, but it's
Mm.
a lot more different from when I was in my younger days.
Mm.
So I managed to overcome these challenges to be able to speak properly
Mm-hmm.
like today. And it's not just
Mm-hmm.
that, I'm also a pianist. Yeah. And I
But how
do
did they, Ron? How did people bully you when you were in primary school? Did they say very mean things to you, or do they just like play pranks on you, or how do they bully you?
when people bully, they usually want the fun of it, right? So
Mm,
they will
mm,
usually
mm,
say things that will make themselves laugh lah. So it's like maybe
mm,
I pronounce certain words incorrectly, then they will mock me in a sense that they will try
mm,
to copy the
mm,
way I pronounce.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm.
Things like that. So they try to entertain
How do you
themselves.
feel? Yeah, how do you feel when they do these kind of things to you?
The only way to protect ourselves, I mean, throwing out there to the audience, I believe if you are a victim of bully, we try to smile, right? That's the
Mm,
surface. But deep
mm,
inside, we feel a struggle, right? And
mm-hmm,
we don't like going to school. We end up hating school. We end up um, hating socializing. Yeah. And things like that actually put us down a lot because it makes us
mm,
fall into depression. Okay, maybe not
mm-hmm,
depression, but that depravity. Yeah.
mm,
So
mm,
that's the kind of things that I feel. I believe many other people feel also. Yeah.
mm. So what happened after that? After you went through all this in school? Did someone help you, or what happened? How do you manage to
Uh,
survive all this bullying? Mm.
yeah. So I feel like at the end of the day, I learned an important lesson is that sometimes only you can help yourself.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But that is not entirely a bad thing, right? I
Mm.
mean, I be born in a society where you have certain form of help here and there. Or you
Mm,
might be born in
mm,
a society where there's nobody who wants to help you, right? And you're
mm,
all by yourself.
mm,
But that was how I actually came to be stronger as a person.
mm, mm,
Train to actually talk to myself, counsel
mm,
myself, right?
mm,
And find ways to be happy. So this
mm,
is really interesting. Finding ways to be happy doesn't come from like buying shopping expensive stuff for yourself.
mm,
I'm not
mm.
saying that, I'm not stereotyping this, but I'm just saying that in general, right?
Okay. Mm,
Finding ways to be happy can come in a form of very, very special things. In my
mm,
case, right, I set my own expectations. I set my own,
mm,
and that's how I started learning the piano, lah. Right, because
mm,
I went online and I see people play the piano, like, oh wow, this is something that I do
mm,
want to learn and I do want to be able to achieve one day, right? So that I can
mm,
play and enjoy playing and put all my emotions inside. So it's like all
mm,
the struggles that I've been through, I want to
mhm,
channel into an avenue which is called music.
mm,
I want to achieve that. Right? I'm not doing it for anyone, not doing it for whatever reason. I'm just doing it for myself. So I
mhm,
went on to really set this expectation, which is to learn the piano, right?
mhm,
And to investigate and play out different kind of melodies and whatsoever based
mm,
on my own passion, my own drive, you
mhm,
know,
mhm,
wants to do it. So subconsciously during that process, I learned about chord progression, I learned about
mm,
the different keys in music, and I self-actualized all these kind of things, thinking that, like I invented something like, oh, I self-discovered something that's amazing that
mhm,
nobody discovered yet, which is called the chord progression, which is in your theory book.
mhm,
But
mhm,
I didn't realize that it's just so special, the feeling of self-actualizing things rather than having somebody to teach you,
mhm,
and these
mhm.
are all amazing achievements that I feel
Yeah.
can only be done if you set your own expectations,
Mm,
instead of
mm,
following like your teacher's expectations or you follow your, yeah. In fact, I feel teachers and mentors, these are people who should support you because they want to, but you
mhm.
still
Did they support you?
yeah, you still set your own drive. You don't rely
Yeah,
on them
yeah.
to tell you that this is what you should achieve and whatsoever. They should be a
Mm,
guide. At the end of the day,
mm,
it should still be your own
mm.
thought process and your own
Yep,
belief. Right?
yep, yep, yep.
A bit
Hey, Ron.
stubborn in a sense, but
Yep, sorry.
yeah.
Ron, so I ask you, when you decide to pursue your dream of becoming a pianist, right? Were there people who say that, oh, you're crazy, or this cannot be done, or they try to put you down? Were there anyone that were like that?
When I was doing my first composition
Mm,
before
mm,
concert, there were people that say that the music sucks,
mm,
like it's not nice, and then I just make sure that nobody is around in the piano room.
mm,
And then at night, I turn all the lights off, and then I play
mm,
by myself. So it's really pretty much a solo journey, just trying to get the
mm,
music right. Somehow during the
mm.
concert, I requested for a spotlight. So there was
Yep.
this spotlight shining on me, and I couldn't see the audience at all. I couldn't see
Mm,
the audience at all, but I felt
mm,
so like alone, and I felt comfortable. So I just
mhm,
thought that I was playing for myself, and then I played out the very same
mm,
music that people said it was like not nice, right?
mm,
But amazingly, everybody stood up and clapped. So it's like, okay, now it's nice. Before that, it wasn't nice, right? But I used my own time in the dark room when nobody is around to just play and enjoy it. And somehow it led me to being able to play in what people call beautiful, nice music.
mm, mm, mm.
And then when you
Yep.
say about my achievement as a pianist, I would like
Mm,
to tell you that I was on a crossroad.
mm,
One,
mm.
a music producer. The other is to be a social entrepreneur, right?
Mm,
Asking myself where I want to go because the question I have in my mind was I love to do music, right? I love to listen to music. I love to play the piano. If I continue to work hard on this, one day I will eventually become a professional musician or
Mm-hmm.
producer and can do many things that I like. But if I
Mm.
choose the other path, I'll be learning the business aspect, the social entrepreneurship aspect, and
Mm.
I'm helping a lot more people, and I might have
Mm.
the potential to change the world, right? So
Mm.
looking at the bigger aspect of things, I thought that I would go to the business path.
Okay,
Do
Ron, let me ask you.
yes,
Let me ask you. So, in the process of pursuing your dream, right? Was there any at any point of time you really feel like giving up?
yeah, definitely. There were many
So
points
yeah.
of time that I actually gave up,
Mm.
but I wouldn't call it giving up. It's more of like falling and standing up
Mm.
again, right?
What happened? What happened? Can you describe one of those times you just felt, hey, I reached the limit of my willpower ability. I feel like giving up.
I wouldn't go
Mm.
into the story of like what actually happened, right? But let's
Okay.
just
Okay.
say that
Mm.
in a general sense, at any point of time when you
Mm.
have exhausted all
Mm.
possibilities,
Yep.
when
Yep.
you are so tired, right, that you
Mm.
cannot even stand, right, and you feel like giving up, and you are just sitting down there, I don't know, maybe just vomiting and just like just shed, just giving up on your life, and there's so many things going on, you don't know what to focus on. That's one, and also
Mm-hmm.
you feel low self-esteem, right? Like you are not good
Mm-hmm.
enough. There's so many things to learn, and you are not like you have so much things that people expect of you, right? These are the kind of challenges that I think most people will face because no matter how much you try to set your own expectations and live
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
life happily, like you want
Yep.
to do the things that you want to do, right? There will always
Yep.
be these people and these societal norms that will tell you, hey, like you need to learn this, you need to do this, you need to do that in order to
Mm.
get
Mm.
there, right? And then you see, I'm here already, so where are you? Like, those kind of like people that put you down in the sense that because they are already there, right? And they expect
Mm-hmm.
to do the same, but it's very different. Like um, it's all contributes to the fact why people actually give up, right? Or it's
Mm.
all contributes to the fact to why I almost want to give up, why I will fall
Mm.
down, right? I fall down because I don't have the energy to stand up, right? In
Mm.
order to draw that energy back to myself, I have to ask myself, what is it that I really want to do? I can go back to square one, right? So I start asking
Mm.
myself, I put down on a paper, I got an A3 paper, I wrote down what are the goals that I wanted to achieve when I said I
Mm.
wanted to
Mm.
start entrepreneurship. What are the goals that I wanted to achieve when I said that I wanted to maybe even things like don't want to pursue further studies? What are the reasons
Mm.
why I say all this right to myself, right? And then I put aside everything else, like why people telling me that I should get a degree, and then people telling me that no, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't play a piano, things like that. Right. So I threw away all these things and just went back to square one and asked myself what I really want to do, right? And then I
Mm.
realized that when I branch out my opportunities path, so let's say I want to play the piano, I branch out to where I can actually learn, where I can buy my first keyboard, who I can look on YouTube to maybe try to play in his style or what. When I branch it out, I realized that these opportunities, right, they are so, how do I say it? There's so many opportunities out there. It no longer matters that one person is telling you that you cannot do it, or that one person is telling you that he's achieved way more than you. It doesn't matter
Mm.
anymore because there are so many opportunities out there when you close your ears to all these like things that make you
Mm.
yeah, so it's really interesting. And then from these opportunities, I crafted my course of actions, right? I
Mm.
crafted my
Mm.
course of action. What do I do next? Where should I learn about business? Where should I learn piano? Things like that, right? And then
Mm.
I realized during this course of actions, I wouldn't produce the best quality of work, right? Because I'm still on the learning phase. That's where
Mm.
I start to open myself up again. And that is only where I allow people to give me criticism because,
Mm.
right, criticism there's two ways it can affect you. One, it makes
Yep.
you
Yep.
low self-esteem, right? And it
Mm.
makes you
Mm.
feel sad and discriminated whatsoever, right?
Mm. Yeah.
But two, if you are the one seeking for criticism, it in fact makes you happy because you are hunger for learning. So
Yeah.
if because when that criticism flows in, oh yeah, actually this can be better, this can be done better, right? How many more people think the same way? Then you start to ask around, oh yeah, I mean bad feedback. Then you start realizing that,
Mm.
oh, actually this is what people think and this is what can change. And I realized that after I change it, it's so much more better, right?
Mm, mm,
Let's
mm,
say
mm.
amateur videographer within the
Yeah.
span of 3 months, just 3 months.
Mm.
I just keep producing videos and then get people to give me criticism and things
Mm.
like that. And it was such an amazing journey, right? So I believe that this everybody can try this, right? Everybody can try this to be a happy man. To be a happy man, right? Cross your
So
journey.
what's your secret of 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 being a happy man? What's your secret?
Yeah, cross your journey well, find your opportunities, and then only then you get criticism on board. Yeah, don't let this before that. Don't care about whatever people have to say about you or whatever
Mm.
accomplishment people have. They can
Yeah.
either be an
Yeah.
inspiration or put you down. It's really how you see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Really true.
so that's how
Yeah.
you be a happy man. That's how I be a happy man. Yeah,
Because I think people react differently to criticisms. Some of them would take it very personally. I used to take criticisms quite badly as well. So I feel as if that person has something against me. Yeah, so I take it quite badly. But I've learned along the way to really take criticism as a constructive feedback, and then some of the criticisms which I feel is not justified, I'll just brush off lah. So I'll just ignore them and be very thick skinned. Yeah, but I'm sure you have more than your fair share of criticisms. So how do you handle those criticisms that are unfair and that are personal attacks?
let me tell you this.
Mm,
I was unlucky and lucky at the same time. Okay,
mm,
I was
mm,
lucky
mm,
because I have only myself at most of the situation. In most of the
mm.
situation, I have
Yeah.
only myself to to solve. Like to talk to myself, to counsel
Mm,
myself.
mm, 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 mm.
But I'm lucky because when I learned to do that, right, I
Yep.
actually grow. I actually grow in terms of strength, become a
Mm,
stronger person. Right.
mm,
I'm
mm,
lucky because I managed to pass through the phase where most people might give up. Right.
mm.
I would
Yep.
say I'm lucky because I am capable to then overcome this. I would like to put it out there, all right, that despite my methods of overcoming these challenges,
Mm.
there will be people who will, at the end of the day, need a hug or a helping hand. And
Yep.
this is very important to be aware that there
Mm,
are these people that need help. And I'm talking
mm,
about people who are challenged, okay? People who might face depression, people who
mm,
might face anxiety.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I meet this kind of people in my life, right, I realized that all I can do is to make them happy by
Yeah.
by inducing my positive vibes inside.
Mm,
And that is very important. So I want to appeal up to everybody out there that despite right being a happy man has having your own methods to overcome and be positive and be happy, always continue to reach out to people who need help and lend a helping
yeah.
hand. That's all they want is a listening ear. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree with that. Actually, a lot of people don't realize that being a happy man doesn't mean that you don't encounter any difficulty or challenges. But in fact, the opposite is true. Because I realized that the people who have gone through the toughest challenge, right, they tend to be the happiest. What do I mean by that? Because they have this mentality that they can survive through a certain challenge, and they go through it, and then they tough it out like yourself, because you are born with the condition, and then you cannot hear properly, and then people start to make fun of you when you are very young, and they just pour cold water on your dream. So all this is unfair. You don't deserve it. Yeah, because nobody ever deserves this. But the fact of the matter is that you never let these criticisms put you down. And of course, there are certain I'm sure there are periods of time where you felt like giving up, but you still reminded yourself once again of why you started on this journey. You reminded yourself of your goals. So this is also very important. I think a lot of us who are going through this difficult period of time, and those of you who are watching and are affected in a negative way, I want to encourage you to really use Ron's story to encourage yourself to say that, hey, the cup is half full. There are things in life that I think we can be thankful of, because we are here in Singapore, and I think that itself it's something to be really thankful of, because all around the world there are countries, there are people living in countries without access to basic healthcare, without access to basic clean water and food. Yeah, so we are here in Singapore. That in itself is already something to be thankful of, and something to be thankful of is we already made it past half of this year. 2020 is a year that many people feel that should be cancelled, deleted, or whatever. But the fact of the matter is you already made it through more than half of this year. Yeah, and you have the remaining 5.5 months to make a difference, to take action, to pursue your dreams, even though they may be derailed. But the fact of the matter is you're still in with a fighting chance. Yeah, we are still in with a fighting chance. You and I, we are still here with a fighting chance. And there are people already didn't make it. Yeah, so I think that in itself is also something to be really thankful for. Yeah, so Ron, what are you thankful for in your life right now?
I would like to say that the journey to inclusive arts movement has been amazing, has been really amazing so far. Right. Anyway, before I continue, just
Yeah.
would like to share that I will talk a little bit more about inclusive arts movement later on, because I realized that we have gone too much into a little bit of my stories, but on the path of going into inclusive arts movement. But
Yeah,
yeah,
sure. Please share. Ron, let's tell us more
yeah.
about this inclusive arts movement. I think it's something that all of us out there should be more aware of and be more supportive. Yeah, so please share about this.
So the story that I have shared is really just one story, guys. It's really just one story. In inclusive arts movement, we tell a lot more stories. Okay, we have so many people, right? And what people term as people with disability, and what I term as differently abled. Okay, we have so many of these differently abled individuals, so many of them. Imagine the number of stories each of them have. Imagine the number of stories that I can impact and share with each and every one of you and make a difference, right? How are we going to do this? It's very simple.
Hey,
We,
Ron, sorry, let me just interject a while. How many of such people are there in Singapore? Do you have a rough number?
honestly, only a handful, but I don't have a rough number. But I know that we only have a handful of people,
Estimation of
differently
people who.
able.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about differently able, I believe
Mm,
all the
mm,
data can be found on SG Enable or whatever
mm,
website. But
mm,
if you're talking about differently able who
mm,
have a form of like maybe play the piano or play the drums and whatsoever,
mm,
right? There's only a handful of us. Okay.
mm,
The reason why I only target people like us, right, is because I always believe in one thing. Regardless of the situation, we, whether I'm there or whatsoever, we still have to put in effort for ourselves. All
Yep.
right, we still have to
Yep.
put in
Yep.
effort for ourselves in order to show people and to change something. Okay,
Mm,
so if it
mm,
is generally able individual, you also have to put in effort if you want to spread a message. If you want
yep.
to lead the change, you also have to put in the common effort. So I
Mm,
am here to help my performers. All right, to market them. Okay, let me talk a little bit about the context of inclusive arts movement before things get too confusing. All right,
yep.
so inclusive arts movement, we do three things. One, we do performances, okay, and it's very special performance. Our performance, we share with you a 30-second video of a story, right? Instead of having the MC to go on top and say like, oh, Ron is 80% deaf and he plays the piano and now he will perform for you. Instead of that, okay, we have a video to show Ron, he's 80% deaf. but despite the circumstances, he can play the piano. And
Mhm.
now, together with the team, they will perform a very good performance for you, you know. And then at the end of the 30-second videos, the whole band will come up. The whole band of performance will come up. Who are the performers?
Mm.
That's very interesting also. We have differently able individuals. We
Mhm.
have also generally able individuals. Okay? We put two groups of people together, and that is why we are called inclusive arts movement. We see two different groups
Mm.
of people working together, right? What does that tell you? That tells you that, all right, in society, it's okay for both of us to come together.
Mm.
There's no need to feel ashamed, or there's no need to feel scared to approach people like us, you know, or even us. There's no need to feel scared to approach people like who are generally able. All right, we
Mhm.
are all the same. Reducing inequality, that is my goal. Okay, so equality, we are all the same. Okay, so that's for my performance. I also do workshop. Okay, I need to say this.
Mhm.
I also do workshop. And what does the workshop do? Okay, we basically get our participants to learn instruments from our
Mm.
musicians. But that's not it. We get our musicians, all right, to teach you how to play the instruments, and then we perform together.
Mm. Yep.
And that's not it. We perform together, and we do a video. We do a video, okay? And the video is not just take a video of the process of, you know, like our musician teaching you how to play instruments, and then go to the concert and then perform together. The video is an amazing video. It's an amazing video that you can keep for memory of a lifetime, or any corporates can use it for their CSR video. Okay?
Mm. Mm.
Their CSR. So anybody who are looking to create a social impact can approach me and do a workshop, okay, and do a workshop together. They
Yep. Yep.
expert yourself in the experience of working with us PWDs to learn the
Mm.
instrument, and also
Mhm.
ultimately performing together. And this whole process
Mhm.
curated
Yep.
into a video, a very, very nice curated video for, you know. Okay, I won't go too much into that. If you are interested, just look for me and find out more. The last thing that we
Yeah.
are
Yep.
okay, sorry,
I,
that's one last thing we are doing.
yeah. Sure.
We
Sure.
are
Sure.
doing music videos.
Mm.
We are doing music videos, and our music videos is not for profit. Okay, let me say this: it's not for profit. We rely on funding. Okay, I will talk a little bit more about the funding later on. All right, but right now we have produced our latest music videos, which garner 43K views,
Mm.
and this music video, right, is aimed to change perception of what people have on us.
Mm.
Okay,
Yep.
that's number one. Number two is to try to encourage positivity among anybody out there who is struggling during the COVID-19 situation.
Mm.
The music video, when you watch it, you will feel more positive about what this whole about this whole situation that are going through now, right? You will feel more positive about it after you watch the video, because you will realize that there are so many people who are struggling also, but they are still
Mm.
happily playing music, and they are still making a music video out of this whole situation. Watch
Mm.
the video, you will understand what I mean. Right? It's over in my Facebook. So we'll talk a bit about
Okay.
on basically that's what Inclusive Arts Movement is about.
Yep. So how can my viewers, how do my viewers connect with you? How do they find you on Facebook?
Oh, just hype Inclusive Arts Movement. Yeah.
Inclusive Arts Movement. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Us
Right.
and you can find
Right.
us very easily on Facebook.
Right. So yeah. So if you are watching this live stream, just ask you kindly to go to your Facebook or YouTube. I'm running this on two channels. Go if you're on YouTube, just open up your Facebook and just type in inclusive arts channel. Is it? Yep,
Inclusive
inclusive
Movement.
or
Yeah.
inclusive arts movement.
Yeah.
Right, so you can find them on the page, and I think I really like what you just shared, because I think this is a very meaningful activity of people getting involved in producing a music video. But I think what's more important is that they actually get to know you guys and get to know you guys for what you can do. Yeah, for what you can do. I think that's very important as well. And I think just to bring back earlier the message about people like yourself who are not giving up. I think this is a very important message, because there are people who are able-bodied and talented, but they just feel like giving up, and they just feel like not doing anything because they see that the field is very hopeless. But the thing is, I think you have just shared this is very important, that if people like yourself who are already disadvantaged in a certain manner, who are not giving up and still trying your best to perform to the best of your ability and to pursue your dreams, I think it really sends a very, very encouraging message that people who are completely talented, who are completely normal, we should not give up as well. Yeah, I think all of us, whether you're able or you're not able, I think all of us should not give up. Yeah, I think we should continue to press on. I think that's the real message behind your story as well. Yeah, so Ron, I think maybe you can just share a bit about what are your plans in the next 1 or 2 years. Where do you plan to go, and what do you have in mind, or what do you want to pursue for your life and for your work?
Sure. I
Mm,
plan to do many things, but one step at a time. Right.
okay.
So the
So
focus.
what's the next thing that you're going to pursue in the next 3 months?
The next 3 months, I believe, is kind of short.
Six
I'm
months.
posting a few more music videos, so it's going to come up. The crucial thing that we are doing for IM, Inclusive Arts Movement, is for the
Yeah.
next year, we are going to achieve many more videos. Right? And these videos will tell many stories about every individuals.
Mm,
And after
mm,
each story or during a story, we will put out a
mm.
performance that the
Yep.
audience can enjoy. So that is the next year's goal for IM. On a personal
Yep.
note,
Yep.
I do want to be able to learn more about how can I can
Mm,
market, right? I
mm,
can do effective marketing, I can do effective branding, right? And I can do effective fundraising. So these are the skill set necessary
mm.
for me to be able to help people like us. Yeah, so that is my personal goal. Personal interest, I do want to start to learn how to do a bit of DJing, do DJ. So
Okay.
and learn how to sing. So that's my personal interest. But if only I have time, yeah. And I need to say this: I have a goal for leisure activities as well. So
Mm,
if
yeah.
I want to have leisure and time to spend for myself, I hope that next year I can go and dive at the Red Sea. I don't know if I can travel by then. Yeah, I plan to go diving. Yeah, minimally go for dive trips to just let my
Mm,
mind
mm,
off and
mm,
also bring
mm,
my parents to
mm, mm.
Japan. So that's important. Yeah. So that's also my
Right, right. That sounds like a lot of things that you want to do. So okay, maybe let's talk a little bit about the fundraising campaign for Kita Fund. Maybe you can share a bit about that.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
like I say, I'm learning a bit about like crowdfunding now. So
Mm,
we do actually have this website that is Malaysia based, but recently
mm,
they came over to Singapore. Okay, Kita Fund. So it's a crowdfunding platform, and I think a lot of people have been using it, right?
mm,
Which
mm.
adds up to their cost because
Yep,
they
yep.
help us to actually spread the message, right? They help us to spread the message uh while they
Mm,
while they also sustain their own business in their own ways.
mm,
And I am trying to raise funds, right,
yep.
to pay my performers. Okay, mainly to pay my performers when they are part of these videos, when they are part of these performances,
Mm,
right? So
mm,
in order to create a story, I need to support my performers as well. So all funds that go to there will be focused on supporting the performers primarily. Secondary, if there are enough funds, then we will proceed on to use it for our video or technical aspect, right? Which is also equally important, right? But the priority is still our performance that we want to pay. The last
mm,
video, our performers were happy to volunteer, so they were
mm, mm,
really nice. But I do not want this to continue. I want my performers to be recognized, right? Even me myself, I'm doing all this. I'm not being paid a single cent, But the idea is, as performers, the objective of this whole thing is to provide the differently able sustainable income, right? So the fundraise for that portion, while I'm also trying to develop some business ideas to build revenue for them. But as of now, funding would really be a good kickstarter to what we want to do, right? In the future, yeah.
Yeah. Hey Ron, this is the thing I like about you because while you yourself you are disabled, but I think I like the heart and passion that you have for other people like yourself, and you actively seek to help them to get on their feet as well. So guys, if you are listening in to, if you are tuning in and you are able to contribute in any amount to this fundraising, I just need you to open up on your webpage. It's bit.ly, bit.ly/ capital K ITAFUND, Kita Fund. So bit.ly, once again, bit.ly/ capital K ITAFUND, Kita Fund. bit.ly/Kita Fund. So just if you can contribute in a certain way to help all these artists, please go to this webpage, bit.ly/Kita Fund, and just make any contribution. We will really thank you for that to support this very worthy cause. And I think Ron, you are just amazing. You have such an abundant and generous heart to help people. I'm just really amazed by your spirit. Yeah. So those of you out there who want to chip in, please go to the webpage Kita Fund and just support. And Ron, maybe you can share with us a bit in the remaining, I think about 5 to 7 minutes. Maybe you can share with us what is the one thing that you want to tell people who are struggling or going through a hard thing right now. What's the one thing that you want to tell them?
This is really subjective, I must say, that everybody has different ways of dealing with issues and everybody has different problems. I just believe that, if you don't give up, okay, just give yourself a break, even if it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes. That will really mean a lot because you can really use that time to really figure things out, right?
Yep.
To anyone out there that is finding it a challenge, right? Trust me, the rainbow is there. It's just a matter of time, right? Um, and please always count with your fingers. Really, really count with your fingers the things that you still have. Even the smallest things. Even the fact that, like for me, even the fact that I can look and see the beautiful river beside a bridge, that is making me feel a bit better when things are now and really challenging, right? So count your blessings. You don't need to compare with other people. You don't need to think like you don't have anything.
Yes.
Count the most simplest thing. You are not alone in this world. That even that simple thought is fine, right? You have light. You have lights now. So even these simple things will make you a little bit more motivated, right, to carry on, even at the worst situation. That's how I overcome a lot of personal situations, right? Yeah, of myself. Yeah.
I like the part you mentioned. Don't compare with others. I think we grow up in a society where we like to compare, and we like to one up, or we like to be one level above someone else that we are comparing with. Like for myself, when I was young, because I have a brother, a twin brother, so two of us. So my mother always compare the two of us, and out of two of us, one of us will always score better in the test than the other. So that was how I grew up, with comparing with somebody else. Yeah, so I think many of us, we like to compare. We like to compare with our neighbors. We like to compare with our relatives. We like to compare with our friends, find out how are we doing, what kind of job. If you have children, how are our children doing, how are they scoring in exams, what kind of school they go to. But I think comparing never ends. Yeah, comparing never ends because it will lead us to never be satisfied. Yeah, it will lead us to never find peace and happiness. So I really like the part that say don't compare. Yeah, don't compare with other people because it never ends. There's a Chinese saying that says 一山还有一山高 So then every mountain there's another one that's higher. Even if you hit Mount Everest, the highest mountain, there's still something somehow that's even higher. There's one mountain that goes even the deepest valley in the sea that's even deeper than Mount Everest is high. Yeah, so there's no end to it. Basically, there's no end. If you compare with someone else, you just be engaging yourself in the rat race. Yeah. What do you think about that, Ron?
I agree. Right. Set your own expectations. Yeah.
Mm.
Never set an expectation because you want to compare with somebody else. Right. It's good to admire. It's good to support. It's good to praise a person, but never ask yourself why you are not there, because it's not that you are not there, but rather you have your own life, right? You have your own style, your own vision.
Yeah.
You need to be everywhere. If you want to be everywhere, then that's being greedy, right? You can be greedy, but you be greedy for the right reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, just like Ron. I think Ron, you are in a way you are greedy. I won't say it's greedy. I'll say it's really motivated. You are motivated to use your talents to help other people and help them, give them a leg up, give them a push so that they can get on their feet. And I really love that because that is being passionate about the right things and absolutely the Happy Man Club, the club which I founded, the social networking group which I founded, is really about helping other people. And through helping other people, you find true happiness. Yeah, so that was my own personal journey, and I founded this Happy Man Club so that I can gather a group of like-minded professionals and business people who believe in helping others who are less advantaged in the society. Yeah, so that was the motivation behind Happy Man Club. And being passionate about the right things is very important. It's not about being passionate about earning more money for yourself. It's not about being passionate about gaining more fame or power for yourself. I think that is very selfish and that is very short-sighted. But what you are doing, Ron, which is using your talents and your skills to help other people to give them a leg up, that is very important. I think I really love that. And then once again, if you guys are watching and you guys have the means to, please support Kita Fund. So once again, the webpage is bit.ly/Kita Fund with your capital K, KITAFUND. So if you go to this webpage and just donate any amount to support these people, and we will really be thankful for that. And if not, I think we have 1 more minute left. So just a final word, Ron. What you want to say to the audience?
Don't have that.
Don't have already. All right. Okay. So yeah, thank you for joining us for this very meaningful show. So Happy Man Conversations would take place every week. So stay tuned on my profile and stay tuned on my page. I'll announce the next one. The next one will be next week. And stay tuned and have inspiring stories to share with you, to inspire you and help you become a happier person. Okay, so Ron, hey, thanks for the time. Okay, thank you, viewers. Thank you for tuning in. I really love you guys. And stay safe, stay healthy, stay helpful, and be happy. Bye bye.